my experience of firearms has helped me immensely. You like to do your homework, especially in my day job on Criminal Minds. I portray a real FBI profiler who would obviously be proficient in firearms. It's very important that I not only understand the firearm, but also understand the kind of technique and within that organization, how they would be trained and how they would use it, so you look as realistic as possible. So it's acting, but when you're portraying something that's real, you want to be as authentic as possible. Now, for the last 5 years, I've been also doing a show called Gun Stories. Every season, we're profiling 12 very historical firearms, and it's great. It's like getting a crash course in not only the history of firearms, but the history of the world. My favorite handgun, I would say, would be .45 semi-auto, 1911. I'm probably a little more old school, which is why even on Criminal Minds, if people who are into firearms notice, I mean, I carry a 1911 semi-auto 45, probably be considered old school. What I really enjoy is when you see people do a 180 flip. When you see them going from auto guns, I loathe them. I loathe the idea of them. And somehow you can at least convince them to, like, well, would you ever shot one? Have you ever been around one? Well, no, they scare me. I don't even like to look at pictures of them. Well, then would you like to at least, okay, I'll do it just because you know, to show I'm not afraid. And 9 times out of 10, then you can't get it out of their hands. It's like, I didn't know it was gonna be like this. I didn't realize, you know. I mean, for me too, a lot of myths got exploded throughout my life. Things about hunting, things about just firearms in general. A lot of things that perhaps because I grew up in such an urban environment, you grow up with a different kind of connotation of firearms and how they're used and their place in society.
Benjamin Tyler Henry was an employee of Oliver Winchester's shirt manufacturing company, and he designed and patented in 1860 the first successful lever-action repeating rifle.
And Henry worked out the bugs that the Volcanic had and patented his own cartridge, a self-contained metallic cartridge, a rimfire that had a copper case full of gunpowder, 26 grains of black powder, and a .44 caliber projectile that was sealed on top of it. And then you just stuck that in the breech of the gun, and every time you pulled the trigger, it would go off, you draw the lever down, it would eject the empty casing, and then draw it forward, and that would elevate and load the next round. It was very simple, but like I said, a perfect storm of where the cartridge and the toggle link design of the action, everything kind of came together at once.